Welcome back. Okay, you saw that, right? It looks like two things coming together. All hour, we've been talking to people who stared death in the face and survived. That video was my next guest. He's a former Air Force senior airman, a triathlete, who was swimming in a neighborhood lake in Florida. But what JC Defeats did not realize was at the time, what you were looking at, that was an encounter with a 12-foot alligator coming right at him. Making it even more unbelievable is that the attack was caught on camera. Take a look. Triathlete JC Defeats has spent many years swimming in Florida waters, and just 6 weeks ago, he was filming the swim course for an upcoming race with the help of a friend's drone.
What I was hoping to get with the drone footage was to let people know the route that they needed to take.
But little did JC realize he wasn't only being watched from above, he was being eyed from below by a 12-foot alligator, and the deadly predator was swimming straight towards him.
I felt the equivalent of running into a brick wall. With my right hand, I felt nothing but scales and then teeth. It's not a brick wall, I'm in an alligator. I heard a loud snapping crunch noise. I just knew that my face and my jaw was destroyed.
JC didn't give up, even when the gator went into what's called the death roll, a maneuver reptiles use to disorient and drown their prey once in their jaws.
So I yanked it, and then we did a 360.
JC is a firefighter paramedic, and his rescue instincts kicked in this time to save his own life.
I looked up, and I was no longer in its mouth. So I'm like, all right, well, I gotta get the hell out of here. JC did get the hell out of there.
What's next?
Severely injured, but I'm happy to say, Tan Fam, 6 weeks into his recovery, he's made amazing progress, so much so that he made the trip all the way from Florida to be here on this show. Please welcome JC Defeats. I mean, I was listening to the audience watch the tape, watching you, looking at trying to process all of it. You still see this video with disbelief, or have you accepted, like, I was attacked?
Interesting question. I actually look at the video more of instructional to me. I'm not looking at it as like, oh my God, I can't believe I survived. That is more like putting one and one together. I know you're giving me the face, and I get it because I get it often.
No, I'm giving you the face of I'm listening because I'm curious what you mean by that.
Right. So often in, I guess, first responder and in special warfare, you tend to go back to the incident of what happened previously. Right. And you think you remember something, but you try to get the full perspective of what it was. So I think I did something, and then looking at the video, it confirms that I did that. And I was like, oh, cool, that's exactly what I did. I didn't make it up in my head.
So it's like a training video for you.
Yeah, that's pretty much it, yeah.
Your injuries now, you have your jaw, is it considered wired?
Yeah, because my jaw was a mess. So the impact of the alligator destroyed my jaw, meaning it was completely dislocated on both of the hinges, and then in my jaw it was kind of dislocated, and then 3-centimeter bites that went into my skull, into my brain on my right side, and then 1-centimeter bites on my left. So
how did doctors say you survived, especially the penetration of the bite and the massive injury of the jaw?
I think the scientific term is a miracle.
You know, you talk about your training and your service, and by the way, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
When you're swimming, I mean, you swim a lot in Florida. Does it ever cross your mind or did it ever cross your mind that I'm in Florida, this is Gator country, this could happen?
Yeah, 100%, for sure, yeah.
But is it like one of those, in your wildest dreams, it won't happen to me kind of thing?
That would sound a little arrogant, but yes, in a sense. In a sense. And I think I've explained in the past, often when I do swim in lakes, in oceans a little bit different, but I always mitigate the risk, especially if I swim with my athletes or anybody that I'm training that day, because it was my own thing and I wanted to do it quickly and efficiently, I kind of threw caution to the wind and it literally bit me on the head, yeah.
Wow. Coming up, JC's wife gets the call every loved one fears. Her reaction to the news and seeing the video after the break. Welcome back, Fan Fam. Today, we've been hearing from people who survived unimaginable situations and miraculously lived to sit here and talk to me and you about their story. And they've come out on the other side stronger. We're back with JC DeFeeds, who just recently, survived an horrific alligator attack that went viral when they posted the video. Joining us also is JC's wife, Christine. Christine, thank you so much for joining us. Growing up and even now, my mom used to always tell me, I need to know where you're going in case something happened. I would say, oh yeah, my daughter was there. You did not know JC was swimming that day, or where he was, I should say.
No, not exactly, no. We just ran into each other, passing by, and then he went off to go do his thing.
So you got the call that this had happened. I'm sure that's disorienting. You didn't know he was doing the trial run or the drone taping. And then he was what? Attacked by, did they tell you it was an alligator?
Yeah, so all I heard was from a couple people on Facebook Messenger trying to get a hold of me, that my husband got bit by an alligator.
How did they know?
From Matt who was shooting the drone footage, he contacted one of the mutual friends of JC and him.
So it just spread like wildfire through your friend circle, and then it came to you.
Yeah, I do know one of the guys that first reached out to me, but he said it in a way as if I almost already knew what happened.
Oh my God.
Just trying to say, hey, like, what's going on? And at that point, I didn't know.
The video's been viewed millions of times. When you saw the video, did you have the same reaction the rest of us? Like, oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, we've lived in Florida our whole lives. We've seen alligator and alligator attacks, but nothing, and my husband, to see him attacked it was shocking.
JC, part of the reason you're talking so soon after, you okay?
Oh yeah, I'm fine. I just got a little thunk in my eye. I'm good. Okay. I'm not crying.
Oh, you're not crying?
I'll cry for you if you like.
No, I don't want you to cry, because part of what you do is that you are trained and prepared to respond to crisis. That said, it's one thing to respond to someone else in crisis versus your own. And something as, it's rare. I mean, people don't get this confrontation often, but you did. Part of the reason you're talking now is because you want to remind people, you said, of how strong we are and how strong we are in the face of adversity. You said something to me, we all have a 12-foot alligator. Yours just happened to be
A 12-foot alligator with scales and teeth, so it's a little sexy for camera, and I get that.
Well, what do you mean that we all have a 12-foot alligator, though?
Mine is exactly what I mentioned. To other people, it might be severe anxiety and severe depression, something that they don't really talk about, right? Mm-hmm. And this whole incident, I know that you mentioned that it was a near-death experience, but for me, it was not that. It was just a way to find a new perspective for the people that I train and coach and mentor, to really set a standard, much different standard. So yes, with that type of anxiety, to them, it is a 12-foot alligator. For them not to be able to get out of bed in the morning because they're so sad, or they're so anxious that they don't even know what to do next. So yeah, with a little bit of perseverance and joy, you can do a lot.
Wow. I told you, I'm going to always be honest with you. 6 weeks after being bitten and attacked by an alligator, I don't know if I'd have such wisdom. But God bless you, I'm so happy you do. And that you are sharing it with other people. Christine, thank you so much. I know it was terrifying for you as well. Thank you both for sharing your journey.